What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at RussoLifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Here is an ASMR sip. All right, just begging for subscribers at this point. Russo 2022 to the moon. I'm trying to save this channel. I just got the Instagram back on track. My overall is actually in the positives now. I was losing followers daily, but I've recovered it since my account got censored and banned for a while. So appreciate all the support on the IG and the YouTube. Run up the like. And yeah, I'm coming out the gates 2022. You guys are going to see the best content at the most fastest pace this channel has ever seen. I'm not playing no games. I'm 25, turning 25 this month. I'm going for it. Today is an Elevate plug. FYI, Elevate plug. I'm a co-owner of Elevate, online telemedicine for HRT, TRT, GH. If you want the full catalog of products available, DM me on Instagram. Blatantly putting that out there, but the topic of this video will be TRT for women, HRT for women, and the impact it can have, because you're seeing the revolution right now of all these males with low testosterone from the processed food, the sedentary lifestyle, or just them never actually hitting puberty, etc., etc. You see all the TRT talk around men, saving masculinity, saving men's health. Very few people talk about the female side. Now, I'm not a female, but I did have one of my long-term subscribers email me the most detailed experience of her, receiving treatment from Elevate, what her life was like before Elevate. So I'm gonna read through this very quickly and then give my reaction. Did I write this? No, I did not sit here and write all this. I didn't write all this. I really appreciate Christine for doing this. I don't want to see in the comments that I just wrote this out to make, advertisements. I literally have no time to write something like this. And I would have her on camera. If she wants to come on camera, I'd be glad to give her the spotlight. But I'm just going to read this because she took a lot of time out of her day to give this to me for free. And it's an amazing experience of the Western medical system's approach to her issues and how Elevate approached her issues, and why I do what I do on this YouTube channel despite me being censored, despite me being banned on Instagram for a while, like why I fight this fight and you guys support me. This makes my day reading shit like this. And for all you guys that have a girlfriend or a wife who are suffering through similar issues in this could be the route to take. Or, get your other female friends interested for the 1% females that watch me, which is Christine. So let's read through her story and then I'll commentate and react on it as I go down. All right, so to give a little background demographic, I'm a female, 26 years old, decent diet, 5'4", 135 pounds, lifting 4 times a week, cardio 2 times a week, walking, biking, stable career with a stable marriage. So she's got it all figured out at 26. For about 3 years, I started to have a severe decline in some areas that no matter how I changed my lifestyle habits, if we see in the previous paragraph above, there's nothing really wrong with her lifestyle habits. No matter how I changed my lifestyle habits, they continue to get worse. Lack of libido, trouble orgasming despite being in a healthy marriage with someone I'm attracted to, awful fatigue, overall decrease in mood, insomnia, hair shedding, a body composition that didn't entirely reflect the amount of work I put into myself. So she's having low T symptoms. Let's see what the doctors from Western medicine, the salesman, can't say that, but let's go into it. When I touched on these subjects with my PCP and OBGYN, they literally prescribed me SSRIs. She's depressed. Definitely couldn't be anything involving her hormones or anything. No. Look at the commission on these SSRIs, and if we get her on the SSRIs, she'll have to keep coming back. Despite doing no blood work. So they did no blood work, just like SSRIs, gotta get a bag, I'm a doctor. and told me I was emotional or stressed. So without testing what her cortisol was at, trying to solve her problems at all, which is why she's going out of her way, making an appointment, jumping through all the hoops to get told to take depression medication, where if I read this paragraph right here, decreased mood, trouble orgasming, obviously a hormonal issue. It was really hard not to be taken seriously by a doctor, as if female sexual function and pleasure didn't matter. Not to mention, I knew my symptoms were pointing towards a larger problem. I tried the SSRIs. Oh, I feel bad for her. They made everything worse. I am not a fan of them. You know, I read into them, and I have a family member, close family member, who takes them, and they worked out for him. You know, they helped him. I'm not saying that SSRIs don't help people. I'm saying if you actually read into the data, they don't really know. Everyone's brain chemistry is so different. It's just like kind of a guessing game with modulating dosages. That's just my opinion. And then how my close family member, you know, they just ramped up the dosage. He got, you know, a little bit suicidal. They ramped down. Like, once they found the right dosage, his mood stabilized, but I'm not a fan. Anyways, they made everything worse. This started my search to find labs that would conduct blood work for an out-of-pocket cost. Unfortunately, Massachusetts, which Elevate has trouble serving Massachusetts, by the way, is one of the hardest states to get blood work done. I reached out to 2 different providers. Neither of them did labs in Massachusetts. I followed Mark Bell, which led me to Tony Huge, and then to Ryan. Hearing Ryan talk about Elevate seemed like I have found my answer. Sure enough, I reached out to Elevate. Within a couple of days, I filled out some paperwork, spoke with a provider for an initial consult, and got my blood work done with 0 issues. I think we can do blood work in Massachusetts. I'm not sure. I had a couple people message me that they were having issues with that. I don't know if Elevate has the workaround, as well as New York State as well is very difficult. Just FYI, if you're about inquiring for Elevate, I'm not trying to beat around the bush with that. My testosterone was 11. So if for Western medicine, PCP just pulled bloods, blatant answer on why she's having all those symptoms. Blatant. There's no arguing that is not impacting, but they just like, I need that commission, SSRIs. Oh, Big Pharma throwing me a bag if I get her on this shit. No wonder I felt like The Walking Dead. It meant a lot being able to speak with a female provider who actually promoted the importance of testosterone in a female body and the vast impact it can have. I was originally dosed 10 milligrams of testosterone propionate subcutaneous once a week. I did have slight viralization. However, I reached out to Elevate and we reduced my dose, and I have had 0 side effects. Yeah, definitely want to ramp the test as slow as possible with a female, right? Honestly, I think going on Anavar to start would be better, but obviously they're trying to like medically just fix her testosterone. They don't know how she's gonna what 10 milligrams will equal, you know, as her total T, because everyone reacts differently. Like some dudes can inject 250 and have like 1100, 1200 testosterone. Some dudes can inject 250, have only 900 testosterone, and there's hyper responders that have like 14, 1500. Same with women at a lower dosage. So there's way more room for error there, which you need to be very careful and slowly pyramid up. Positives I experienced. Overall mood improvement. TRT dose has done more for my mood than the depression bullshit ever did. Libido is back to more than normal level. Orgasms are easier to achieve. Sleep has finally returned, and the hair shedding has reduced. At 26, I feel like I'm living my life again. The symptoms I had affected my daily life in such dramatic ways that now I have a better understanding of what I was missing out on. What I love about Elevate is that the phone consults are always free. They have never made me feel rushed. They're always super responsive if you have concerns. They always do labs before adjusting anything. Something else I appreciated is their knowledge beyond pharmaceuticals. In addition to low T, I had low progesterone. Instead of only suggesting pharma stuff, the provider also advised me that I could try a herbal supplement, so they're not just trying to make money off their clients. I look forward to doing my first cycle of GHRH because I know I'm in good hands. I also referred my boss, who's 56, struggling with menopause symptoms, which is, most of the female clients I see go through Elevate because so many of her symptoms match low T symptoms, and she told her doctor to write her a script for a progesterone supplement, but did zero blood work. What is up with these regular PCPs not doing blood work? Like, if I have a medical doctorate degree, someone comes in, describes low T symptoms, I want to see a snapshot of what's going. Like, blood work doesn't even give you the full picture. It gives you a snapshot of, like, this is a starting point with these biomarkers that we can start to see if we, fix them, what's going to happen, right? I don't, it just blows my mind that they're, like, legally allowed to not pull blood work when you're describing that. That's why I do what I do. I've talked to multiple medical doctors who have reached out to me, and they go into like how the hormones, they touch on them, but unless you're an endocrinologist, you don't really get the necessary knowledge. When you actually become a doctor, basically you have this book that like, oh, I can prescribe this and not get sued. So let me look at the book. Okay, can't get sued. Here's what I want. If you want to go out of the way of the book, you're putting your name on it, you could potentially get sued. Obviously, when you're a doctor, you're a shit ton in debt. You're trying to get out of that debt. You got to have that status. And this is where we see these SSRIs, commissions, and all this shit. When reality, just fix the hormones, boom, their mood goes back to normal. Ran over. I know it may not be the typical testimonial you get, but all I can say is thank you, not only for Elevate, but for your uncensored content you put out on IG. I feel like you're trying to help people who are looking for it. I also give you permission to share this. So what are my interim thoughts? TRT has been widely talked about with males. With females, not so much. And when you have a lot of overweight females, when I talk about my girlfriend, right, I've helped her lose a lot of weight, right? When you don't have a lot of androgens, it's hard to lose weight. Her metabolism was super damaged. That is not even discussed with normal doctors at all, in my opinion, right? And when you get to hormones with women, oh my God, unless they're putting you on birth control and basically poisoning you, they don't want to hear nothing. Unless they're putting like that bar in your arm, or they're putting you on high amounts of estradiol, which are gonna make you gain weight and look and feel like shit and give you more anxiety, so then they can do the cascading side effects of the anxiety to prescribe you SSRIs. They don't want to address the actual problem, which is low testosterone. So I'm glad that she wrote that, and I sincerely thank her for writing that out. That was an insanely good write-up of the experience. She had viralization side effects, which they mitigated, right? TRT, HRT is a risk. I never say it's not a risk. But at the end of the day, after mitigating the risk, her quality of life is insanely better than before. And she even tried the Western medicine way of doing the SSRIs first. So she got the Western medicine treatment, what they did for her, no fucking blood work. And then she got the alternative medicine treatment, which found the root cause. Obviously, you got to take a risk with the TRT, HRT. She has side effects. They mitigated it. Boom. Everything's fixed. Root cause was fixed. It's not a blanket band-aid to keep you coming back, which is the Western medicine way of life over there these days. That is what you can take home from. TRT, HRT is not just for men, right? A lot of women out there, they don't want to say it, but I've had women come in like, I can't come. I've never had an orgasm. I don't have high vigor, high libido. I'm a girl. Like, that impacts their confidence just as much as the dude who can't get their dick up. When it comes to a sexual confrontation, that could demoralize them just as much as the guy, right? It's always a lot of pressure on the guy to perform, but it goes both ways. And it's always sad to see when that part of life is, ruined by environmental factors, or just your hormones are down and it never gets fixed. I feel like that's a quality of life that a female and a male needs, is to have that sexual confrontation, and for it to actually be enjoyable, rewarding, right? That's a big thing, in my opinion, when it comes to the primal brain, right? Everyone forgets that we all got primal brains. That's why sex sells, essentially, right? When that part is turned off, you know, that's a part of you taken away. Now, it is not all risk-free for a woman, right? You definitely want medical supervision. I would not go to, you know, the bodybuilder in the gym and start asking for tests. I would definitely get it insanely closely monitored, get bloods constantly pulled if you're looking for a TRT, HRT, you know, treatment when it comes to treating menopausal symptoms or low T symptoms like Christine had. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I really love the write-up. I really love that she went through the Western medicine and then was like, oh, you know, this isn't working. They're just trying to make a quick buck off of me and keep me coming back. And that she pushed forward, because that's where most women get stuck. I mean, all these girls are on SSRIs. They're not going to come off them, especially when they got high estrogen. Like, their anxiety's already fucked to begin with. What makes you calm and confident? Testosterone. Now, I'm not saying a girl needs a lot of testosterone, but you got to keep that shit normal. Her shit was 11, right? Imagine the anxiety of having 11 tests without, you know, out of control estrogen. It's not going to end well. And her quality of life was ruined. So keep that in mind. I really think that more females should wake other females up, right? When you look at me telling a girl, oh, you should just go on tests, they're gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Elevate has 3 certified physician assistants that are all females that love helping other females out. You know, when I flew down there and I'll have Andrew throw at me, flying down to the brick and mortar location, I talked to them for a while off camera, and their passion was helping women out with hormone therapy and teaching them the actual benefits. I think like another woman convincing a woman, or, you know, a husband convincing a wife, a boyfriend convincing a girlfriend, versus someone juiced up like me telling you to go on tests. You know, a girl's not going to take me seriously, but trust me, that could be the underlying issue if you have a female friend that is complaining along the lines of that. And sadly, most of them will fall down the rabbit hole of being put on SSRIs, them feeling slightly better and not searching for the actual root cause because they didn't even pull bloods. Christine was following biohackers. She got the opposite side of the coin. She took the risk, and now look at her quality of life. I'll see you guys in my next video.